Hey everyone, so today I wanted to do some cooking, but I've heard a couple of noises coming out of the fridge, so we might have to go and have a sticky beak. That's even more odd. So I hope you just enjoyed my little foray into animation. If you're enjoying the videos, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell notification. And we're about to make the world's best banana cake. So I'm wondering who's got a trusty old cookbook. Now this cookbook has got all the recipes in it that I've enjoyed making or eating. So it's actually my grandmother's Christmas cake recipe, but after my grandmother passed away, he used to make our family Christmas cakes. Chocolate self-saucing pudding, 9 minutes. 9 minutes it takes. Macaroni cheese, yo-yos, and who knew you could actually make sherbet? Let's see if I can get that properly in there. So basically, you put it all in a freezer bag and you shake it up, and that's it. But today, we're making banana cake. So I need some oil, caster sugar, 3 eggs, some bicarb, 2 cups of mashed bananas, and 2 cups of self-raising flour. So when you've got all your ingredients together, basically all you do is you turn your oven on. Now, it says a slow oven. Now, when I was learning cooking, a slow oven was 150 degrees. It takes about an hour and a quarter, hour and a half to cook. So 150 degrees will make sure that it's cooked all the way through, and then you get good rising from it. So today I'm going to do some muffins. They actually take much less time to cook, and I've already pre-greased a baking tray. And super simple. You put the ingredients in the mixer that needs some beaters. Can't beat without any beaters. So I don't have a whiz-bang mixer. Mine's in fact 4 generations old. Probably 1940 circa. And these bowls are horrendously difficult to replace. So 3/4 cup of oil. 1 cup of caster sugar. And I'm not overly specific, so long as there's kind of a cup there, that works for me. 3 eggs. Now you could probably put all of this in a different order and it wouldn't matter. One. It's the trouble with rounded edge benches. You can't crack your eggs easily. 3 eggs. 3/4 of a teaspoon of bicarb. So 3/4 of a teaspoon is a 1/2 teaspoon, and 1/4 of a teaspoon makes up 3/4. And for those of you who are going, everybody knows that. Not everybody knows that. Not everybody is good with numbers. Right, so 2 cups of mashed bananas. Now, this is the reason I use bananas that look like this. Most people would throw them out. So I might just get a knife just to take the skins off. Now sometimes what I even do is I freeze them. So they are a little bit dark on the inside. I don't know whether I would eat them like this. But they're certainly still edible. So I'm going to put all 4 in here. Just make sure it doesn't have any of the stringy bits. The only trouble is when you freeze them and you defrost them, they actually liquefy. So you need to defrost them into a container. 2 cups of self-raising flour. So sometimes I get a little bit picky with the flour, because if you've got too much flour, it just dries it out. So 2 cups of self-raising flour. And basically I've just added everything into the bowl. Everything into the bowl, lift up the mixer, and really slow speed to start with. That's slow, because otherwise you're going to end up with puffs of flour going everywhere. So you can tell if it's mixed enough. You can actually see the pieces of banana in there. They start to oxidize and go a darker colour. So once you can actually see the little flecks of banana in there, then you know that it's ready to pour into the cooking pans. And then it's just a matter of pouring it in. I don't know whether you guys can't see that. Let me turn it around. So this rises quite a bit. So I'd probably only put about half into the pan, maybe even a bit less. And I bang it, that gets out the large air bubbles. You still want it to rise, but that gets out the large air bubbles. So that's that one. And we need some for the muffins. We might even make a second tray of muffins if we've got enough. But I'll cook them separately, because otherwise you need to open the door. These only take about 20 minutes. And so if you either open the door 20 minutes from the beginning or 20 minutes to the end, you can actually change the temperature enough that it changes the cake's ability to cook. Now, one of the tricks, what have I done with it? I don't know. I'll use a baking tray. One of the things that happens when you cook with silicone is that trying to lift it up, everything goes a bit skew-if. So I always put it on something that's sturdy, and then it's not going to sink into the rungs or anything like that. So I just want to bang it a little bit just to loosen it. A little bit, she says. Right. I took it upside down and it should just fall out. Voila. Now, some people call this banana bread. I don't know why. It is not a bread. This is banana cake. If you have a look at the inside, beautifully cooked. That one's probably got a little bit too much of a bubble in it. But my favourite part of the banana cake is the very first piece. Maybe this is why people call it banana bread, because you can put butter on it. But it's not bread. This is cake. If you use it like bread, you'll end up the size of a house. Two more of the world's best banana cake. Let me just move this fellow over. You can just sit there while I take these out. On a cake tray is actually better. My cake tray is being used at the minute. And I love these silicone cake trays. You can do everything in them. Except they do retain the heat a little bit. But how good do these look? And these are just as good. I'll have to taste test one of these as well. You should smell these. Absolutely divine. Yum! Yum! The world's best banana cake. And I've tried a bit of banana cake in my life, if you can't tell. So this is the world's best banana cake. Super easy to make. I'm going to print out the recipe and pop it just at the end of the video. Hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying the videos. This is Wendy with the best banana cake in the world. Thanks for watching. Cheers! Best banana cake in the world.